I'm starting to get the desire to do something completely crazy and irrational, and I love it. We're jumping right back into Civilization VI, Rise and Fall, and already we're off to a great start because we triggered an inspiration for the Feudalism Civic. That's nice. It's going to come into play much later down the line, but all that means is we have a lot of farms, and look at this. Macedon is wandering another settler around. And we do have a trade offer coming in from Korea at the moment, but I don't want to accept this trade because I'm running out of luxuries to give out, and I think I want to start another trade with India just to make sure that he's happy with our friendship forever. Do I have one with him currently? Let's check. Current deals. No, I do not have a trade with India at the moment, so I'm going to start one up real quick just to make sure that he knows that I know that we're buddy. Really? Okay. You like that though, don't you? Come on, friend. See, this is the kind of friends that I don't like. You say, "Hey, man, let's take it back to the schoolroom, cafeteria, right? Let's just say you're in the 10th grade, because you still had school lunch back then, right? Maybe 5th grade is even better. You get in, you got your Nabisco Chips Ahoy, and your buddy, he has Doritos, and he knows you love Doritos, and you know that he loves chocolate chip cookies. So you say, "Hey man, I'll trade you some chocolate chip cookies with some Doritos," but he's like, nah. The value of a single Dorito chip is higher than the value of a Nabisco chocolate chip cookie. And you're like, "Come on, fam. Can we just do a 1-to-1 trade, one chip for one cookie?" Nah, man, you gotta give me some of your orange juice with that. Orange juice in this case is open borders. I hate people like that. Just do the trade, make it even. Grow the fuck up. Why did it get so aggressive at the end? I don't know. But we just triggered a Eureka because we finished building a watermill. That is a nice way for us to find out. So Free City is finally starting to develop very nicely, and it's due in large part to the fact that we have 5 amenities now. But another side to that is we've got some pretty nice tiles being worked on. We've got these sheep over here giving us 2 food, 3 production. We're not getting too much food overall, but the production is nice. The city now has, I believe, a granary and a watermill. Yes, it does. So there's a lot of good things going in here. But the real question now is what comes next. Well, I just realized I'm going to be able to build a second district in Free City, which is awesome, in 2 turns when I have a new population. But Free City is a little bit wonky because there's a very good chance that they could one day not be free. They could be taken over by Macedon. And in order to prevent that from happening, I'm going to need an encampment. They take a long time to build, but they provide some very invaluable defenses, and I would like to... Can you put them on hills? I think you can put them on hills. I don't know, but I would like to put an encampment district somewhere, ideally in between the Free City and Macedon, so if he does decide to attack from this direction, he's going to have to deal with, eventually, the walls from the city and the walls from the encampment, both of which can fire arrows out of. So I think that's going to be our next choice. So I'll start production on something that doesn't take a long time. I'm going to go for a scout. Unfortunately, we do have a Macedonian unique unit on the horizon over here by Stockholm, which is a bit worrying. It means he could be sending more towards me. But I'll move up, fortify, move my archer out of the city, get a quick pew-pew on him, soften him up a bit, so when his turn finally does come, he will be slightly weaker than he is now. Damn, those things are powerful. I don't think I'm going to go to war. I don't think I'm going to free that city-state. I was thinking about it. I started moving my units, but I just got really turned off from the idea. That's scary. In any case, I need to keep my eyes on that settler, and there's a very big part of me that would like to stay at war with Macedon until I see that settler either leave or feel secure enough that he's never going to move it out of his borders until we've gone to peace. Because if I can found all of my cities off the backs of the Macedonian assholes, then that would be amazing. You have so few troops, aren't you scared for your life? A little bit, because this Macedonian unique unit that has passed the Hypastus is ridiculously powerful. And I don't think I'm going to do anything to really stop him. I actually think I'm going to turn tail and go back into my city. Right now. I'll stay fortified. I ain't scared. I'm a little bit scared. I'm terrified, actually. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm in a weird spot right now. I need to take my mind off of thinking about going to war because it's got me stressed out. Or not thinking about going to war, but thinking about escalating the caliber of the war that's going on right now to something far beyond what I think my people are capable of. Can I chop down rainforest? I don't know. To be honest, I think we're actually at a bit of a little bit of a weird spot right now. I don't want to say it's a dead zone, but it feels like we could be doing a little bit better than we currently are. I feel like I could have made a couple more slightly more optimal decisions here that would have benefited greatly. I feel like I'm making some suboptimal decisions, and I would like to change that. I would like to do something very proactive. I would like to do something big, but at the same time, I don't want to overreach. And what would overreaching be for me right now? Well, it would be diverting all of the forces that I have, which is currently just a bunch of archers, towards Macedon for an all-out assault on his stolen city. And right about now, that feels like a really cool thing to do, right? But is it the most rational thing to do? Definitely not. I don't have access to ironworking. I don't have swords. I don't have iron. So my main units that would be in charge of actually taking the city are weak as fuck. They're trash. And that's not good. So it's tough, man. It's tough. But one thing that's not so tough is the choice of what to build next. And the campus would be a wonderful decision, but also so would a commercial hub. And right now, a commercial hub seems like it would be a fantastic thing for Valo City. Anytime you have a coastal city, building a commercial hub and putting a harbor district adjacent to it will give you tremendous benefits to your gold. Yeah, I'm remembering correctly. So if you have a harbor adjacent to a commercial hub, the commercial hub gets bonus gold. And if you have two districts next to a harbor, the city center counting as a district, then you gain additional gold from that as well. So having a 1, 2, 3 trifecta is a great idea. So I think that's what's going to happen in Valo City. Now, generally speaking, it's a good idea to have one of every district in every city, but I usually start off trying to make cities as specialized as possible. So, like over here in Nim, we have the campus district because this place had a bunch of mountains, so we got a big adjacency bonus for that. We started off in Valo and Free City with the holy site for the religious purposes. We wanted to get that religion, those defensive bonuses, blah, 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 etc., etc. Right? But we didn't go for a campus because they wouldn't get many benefits from that. Now, circling back around to that whole idea of war, I'm overcompensating right now for the fact that I feel like even though we're doing well, we could be doing better. And in addition to that, I feel like I need to make sure that Macedon never recovers from all of the poor decisions that they've made. How do I do that? I cripple them. He wanted to conquer. He wanted to take city-states and expand his empire through war and violence. I don't want to do that. So if I cause the resources that he's invested a tremendous deal in to fall, then that's going to be fantastic. I just went into the zone. I went into a very, very special place in which the only thing I could see was civilization. But I'm back now. I've come out of the trance, and I've done a good thing. I produced a scout in Free City just to spend a couple of turns while the population grew. And now that the population of Free City is 4, we can have our second district. And like I was mentioning in the previous episode, we're going for that encampment. So I purchased a tile, and I'm putting that encampment on top of a hill. So as soon as we finish with that, we're going to research walls. This is going to be our first truly defensive haven. It's going to be all about keeping us secure from any sort of retaliatory strikes from Macedon. And I'm feeling very confident about it. Now, you'll notice that I've begun marching my people towards Antananarivo because I have decided that it is time to overcompensate for the fact that I'm feeling very insecure about my progress in Civ right now. Even though we're doing pretty well for ourselves, I think we could do better. So, I am marching all of my military units, literally all of them, to go save these people from evil. But the main thing that's kind of an issue is that I've been pew-pewing this Hephaestus, the unique unit for Macedon, for about 5 turns because he just has it fortified because he knows he can't win by doing anything with it. And that's kind of delaying things a little bit because I can't leave the unit there because that unit by itself could probably take a city because I don't have walls. So it's a little bit discouraging, but don't let the soldiers know that we're afraid. We have to have absolute confidence at all times. I may have made a mistake here. Bad positioning. I think I'm just going to declare peace. Peace? Don't make me laugh. War is the only thing we know. I've been playing a lot of For Honor, and the main character in that game's story, or the main villain rather, her name is Apollyon, and her modus operandi is war. Only war. Always war. And I think I'm going to need a little bit of that philosophy in order to succeed at taking over this city. This completely undefended city. Oh gosh. Okay, I think now's as good a time as any to start this up. And look at that, we got a great person, which I'm a little bit surprised about. A great scientist, even. This is amazing. So, for anybody that's new to Civ, anytime you build a district, and I know a lot of people don't like that. Not a lot of people. Nobody watches this stuff. Somebody was mentioning that I don't need to explain the really basic mechanics. I only do it on the off chance that there is somebody watching that has never played Civ before. I understand the game has been out for a long time, and a lot of the mechanics have already been completely figured out. But as a person that only just found out about the Civilization franchise as a whole last year, I just feel that it is my duty to explain things to people as best as possible. So, anytime you build a district, you generate something called Great Person Points towards that specific district. So if you build a campus, you generate Great Scientist Points. If you build a theater district, you make Great Artist Points, etc., etc., etc. So we have a campus, so we're getting a lot of Great People Points for a Great Scientist. And the Great Scientist that we can currently recruit triggers the Eureka moment for mathematics and one other technology from the medieval era. So we're going to go ahead and recruit him. And there we go. Here he is. So we move him onto our campus. He's going to bust open the doors, tell everybody, yo, check out these books on castles. And he triggered the Eureka for castle making. So that is a big advantage, as well as for mathematics. So he said, look at these numbers. That's how you make a castle. Boom. So that's going to be very helpful for us. So several turns have gone by. Not too much has happened, but we have begun taking pot shots at the city. It's a very strong city. I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to lose all of my units before I can make any real progress, because they are getting their asses handed to them promptly. It doesn't feel good at all. In fact, it feels terrible. But I think we can come out of this somehow. I think we can actually manage to save these city-states and make the Scottish Liberation Army concept that I want a reality. The plan right now is going to be to get all of our archers into position around the city and then start firing on it. Now, as you can see, those city walls are doing a buttload of damage to any unit that gets within striking distance. So there's really not that much that we can do. But if we can get into position correctly and just get enough attacks per turn, then this will be great. So I'm going to pillage that farm to restore the missing health. And I'm going to leave this archer currently fortified, because if I unfortify him, he'll probably die. And this archer over here is just going to stay and protect the motherland at all costs. My goodness. And we got to keep bringing this spearman closer to the battle so we can get closer to the city and possibly be useful. The pew-pews are coming out. I'm sweating a little bit. Archer's taking big damage. Alright, so Korea's trying to make a trade with me, and she's got chocolate, I've got foxes. She wants a little bit of gold and 1 gold for 30 turns, so she wants a total of 39 gold, open borders, and foxes for a little piece of chocolate. I'll take it. I want the luxuries. We're probably going to need them, because I think we're going to lose a unit, and every time you lose a unit, you start to get the war weariness penalties added up. So theoretically, you could be at war with someone forever and not accumulate any war weariness. As long as you're not losing units, then people are like, well, you know, we're fighting, but nobody's dying, so it's not that bad. So up to this point, nothing really crazy has happened. But as soon as we start attacking these walls, I think somebody's going to die. Or maybe we'll just straight up destroy the walls because our battering ram is super awesome. Crisis averted. I think we got this in the bag, folks. Now, one thing is a little bit unfortunate about what's going on right now is we don't have the city surrounded, so at the end of every turn, it's going to heal until we do have it surrounded. But we took out the walls, and that means it's not going to hurt us anymore, and I think we're okay. And it doesn't look like Macedon has built any other military units to come at us from behind. So investing all of my soldiers into this war effort is proving to be a great decision. There we go. Okay, we got the city on the surround. We got this in the bag. So look, guys, we freaking won, okay? We went to war. We came, we saw, we conquered. We got a bunch of promotions for our units. I'm super excited about this, okay? Never in my wildest dreams did I think the Scottish Liberation Army would come into full fruition so quickly. The Scottish Liberation Forces. I love Robert the Bruce so much. He is, without a doubt, one of the coolest civilizations ever. Granted, I'm not using his unique mechanic to go to war right now, but the fact that I'm pretending that I am feels kind of awesome. So here's what we're going to do to finish things off. All right, so we're going to start building a watermill in Stolen City, and that is going to increase the amount of food we get from our rice tiles. They currently give 4. As soon as the watermill finishes, they will give 5 each. So Stolen City is going to start growing even faster than it already is. And with a maximum population of 8, that's going to be pretty beneficial to us. We can get this place expanded and hustling and bustling very quickly with that large amount of food. We've got the barracks, or the encampment district rather, being constructed in Free City to shore up the defenses. After that's finished, we're going to start working on some walls. And in Valo City, our home city, we are still working on the commercial hub. It is going to be finished in 8 turns, and so is another bit of population. That's going to be great. We're working on the construction technology. Drama and poetry is going to be done soon, so we can start making theater districts. Government plazas in the works. This is exciting. So, to wrap things up, man, what we're going to do, obviously, is free Antana Navarro. Ha, 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 ha. How wonderful is that? How amazing is this? So, in taking this city that had a library, a campus district, and an iron mine, I have triggered 2 different eurekas. Now, look at this, guys. Look at this. I think there's no better way to end this episode than by saying the name of the game is Civilization VI. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know how you're feeling today. Whatever you want. But most important of all, freedom! The rulers of Antana Navarro bow to Scotland, who became their first suzerain in the world. Suzerain? Suzerain? Doesn't matter. We did it. We set them free. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.